Sawadee Welcome back to Thai democracy. We are looking back at the chronicle of Thai democracy. On May 30th, 2007, what happened was dissolution of Thai Party. Now Thai Party, founded by Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, faced the charges from the Constitutional Court of Thailand. Now, what's the ground? The ground was the violations of electoral laws during the 2006 legislative elections from 2001 to 2006 under its founder, Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, just 8 months after the military coup. So there was a military coup, and then some caretaker prime minister was elected from the military. A year after that, both Democrat parties and Thai Party had to go for the court hearing. Now what happened was Thai Party was charged of hiring two smaller parties to vote, to go for elections, because Thai Party might be afraid that the party might not earn the sufficient numbers of the seats of the contest of the competitions. So the party had to hire a small group of parties. And also Democrat Party had to go for public hearing. Why? Because later, Democrat Party faced 6 charges. Among them are the accusation that it had paid off members to frame the Thai Party. Okay? Now, what's strange was that Thai Party was, as we know, verdict to be banned from the politics, whereas Democrat Party faced charges, and the evidence was submitted later that people who blame that Thai Party hired the two smaller party confessed that they were hired to lie, to falsify. But the Constitutional Court verdict in favor of Democrat Party, but not favor of the Thai Party. And that's really what happened. Next, September the 9th, 2008, the dictionary that retrieved PM from the office. Now what happened? Prime Minister Samak Suntarawet, after the elections, became the Prime Minister. And Prime Minister Samak Suntarawet has been a veteran politician, but we all know in Thailand that he is a good chef, and he loves to do. He has been performing in his cookery in his on TV show, but then he still carry on even when he was the Prime Minister. Okay, so the Constitutional Court found PM Samak Suntarawet guilty of conflict of interest for having hosted several episodes of a commercial TV cooking show. Now, by law, the law said, if you are a politician, you shall not be employed under a private company for the commercial purposes. So, in this case, Face TV, which is the show producers, revealed that Mr. Samak Suntarawet has been paid for about $2,300 for ingredients. So actually, Mr. Samak Suntarawet is not the official employee, and also the compensation was used as part of the production of the show. Okay, so in this case, what happened, which is really the first time perhaps in the court history in Thailand, the Constitutional Court or Tribunal had to use a dictionary, Thai dictionary, okay, to look at the definition of the term employee or hired employee. So the Constitutional Court concluded that although Mr. Samak Suntarawet didn't take the compensation as the cash, but this was used by the people who employed him. So the law, in the eyes of the law, he is seen to be the hired employee. Now, so people were making jokes and sarcasm out of that a prime minister perhaps shall not be allowed to cook, because if you cook, even someone buying some ingredients for you to cook, you might be guilty of cooking some raw materials. Next, October 21st, 2008. Confusion or conflict of interest. PM Thaksin Shinawatra was sentenced 2 years imprisonment because after the coup d'etat, he departed from the country. He left the country just a few days before the coup d'etat took place. But then, 2 years after, he was called for court hearing about what happened. What happened was the real estate project. Okay, he was charged of using his political power to gain a better price, a cheaper price to buy the land. Now, what happened? There was some evidence, which is the signed copy of his citizen ID card. But now, because what? Because it was just the account, because he shared his financial account, some account, which was clarified before he entered into the politics. Usually, a politician may have to declare all the cash or the belongings and properties that he or she has, and now he already declared this account. But then, when his wife, by law, required to show because she's married. If you're married and you do some business, you might have to show some evidence of some document from your spouse. But then, Mr. Thaksin Shinawatra was sentenced that he used the power to bargain for the land. What even more interesting is that Mrs. Pochaman Shinawatra, his wife, was clear of all the charge of the real estate. Now, people who will run the business was clear of the charge, but people who just submitted some document was sentenced. And then because he absent from the country, he was sentenced to be imprisoned for 2 years. We're looking at the Chronicle of Thailand after the break.